Now on Denver 7 News, new surveillance video after a deadly daytime shooting showing the exact moment Denver police arrest the suspect.
By the time he got to here, I kind of asked him if he needed any help. At that point, cops just kind of stormed in, guns blazing.
Tonight, hear from the store's owner who saw it all happen and why he says it's part of a troubling trend in this once quiet neighborhood.
Generally, we're finding residents are not well prepared.
Plus, drier, warmer, and windier. Fire crews across the state are preparing for a tough year, and now they're making sure Coloradans are too. We start out with some breaking news. South Metro Fire Rescue has stopped its search for a man who went missing in the Cherry Creek Reservoir, saying they could not find him. Spokesperson tells us the man was tubing around 6:45 tonight when he went under. He was not wearing a life jacket. The State Parks Department will now take over.
Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 10. I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Byron Wang. A man and a woman just trying to rent a car are shot in broad daylight. Denver police say this happened yesterday at the Enterprise Rent-A-Car near Broadway and 3rd. The man died and the woman was taken to the hospital with severe injuries.
And tonight we are learning that police arrested the suspect in a liquor store right down the street and that the entire arrest was caught on camera.
Denver 7's Rob Harris spoke with the owner of that shop, who says he sees violent incidents happening more often in the Baker area.
What was so striking to the owner of Baker Wine and Spirits was just how fast everything happened and how it happened in broad daylight. Where I'm standing right now, I'm about 2 blocks away from the Enterprise where the shooting happened on Friday. And it was within minutes of the shooting that the suspect, Darren Harris, walked through the store behind me.
Tim Martin says it all happened in a matter of seconds.
He just walked in. I was just kind of finishing up what I was doing just so I could go to help him. He makes a U-turn at our beer coolers. And the cops are in. I mean, it was very fast. If he did what they say he did, I mean, this is evil.
Martin is one of the owners of Baker Wine and Spirits.
Would you like a bag?
He was running the counter Friday afternoon when Darren Harris, the suspect in the double shooting off Broadway and 3rd, came into his shop as if he was going to buy something. But the police were only about 10 seconds behind him. Martin caught Harris's arrest on video with his cell phone. He says he gives police a lot of credit.
I have to commend them. I know it's a hard and battled thing to do right now, but they were swift. They took him peacefully. It's definitely a job I wouldn't want to do. So, do you have any questions? Or?
Martin says he's getting numb to the violence and crime around him, and he hates that he feels that way. It was just up the street that 2 women were killed in a tattoo shop during a shooting spree in December.
It's hard to deny that it isn't happening with more frequency. And what the answer to that is, I don't know. I don't want this to define us. Like, we're better than that. This community is amazing, and we can keep getting better.
The suspect, Darren Harris, is behind bars now, but police are still investigating. So if you know anything that could help them in that investigation, you should call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. For Denver 7, I'm Rob Harris.
Thank you. Denver police are also investigating another double shooting. It happened today off of Colorado Boulevard and 29th Avenue. Both victims were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. Denver police have not made any arrests.
Hundreds of people marched through downtown Denver today and in cities across the U.S. to rally for abortion rights. Next week, the Senate will vote on a bill to keep abortion legal in all U.S. states, even if Roe v. Wade is overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, that vote will be largely symbolic since Democrats do not have the 60 votes needed to overcome a filibuster in the Senate.
Today marks 3 years since Denver voters decriminalized psychedelic mushrooms. Activists gathered today at Cheeseman Park to celebrate the anniversary. They say the initiative's success in Denver inspired other big cities to follow suit, including Oakland, Seattle, and Washington, D.C.
Within 18 months of us passing by 0.5%, Washington, D.C. Voted on decriminalizing all entheogens and was able to pass 76% yes.
And you may see 2 more initiatives related to psychedelics on the ballot this November. One looks to decriminalize 5 plant-based psychedelics in Colorado, and another looks to create a medicinal mushroom program. Both still need to collect 100,000 plus signatures to appear on the ballot.
Today, we had at least 3 wildfires burning all across Colorado, one in Keystone behind the resort, another just north of Pueblo, and a third right near Conifer. Now, fortunately, all of these fires were small, and crews were able to contain that fire near Conifer before it grew to even an acre. Days like these remind us to be ready for wildfire danger, and there are steps you can take to protect your family and your home.
Yes, very important. Today is Wildfire Community Preparedness Day, and as Denver 7's Patrick Perez shows us, multiple agencies in the metro are making sure Colorado families are prepared for the worst.
As the winds blew on another critical fire weather day, agencies along the foothills were making sure homeowners stay ready as part of Wildfire Community Preparedness Day.
We need to have people get ready and prepared for wildfire. And generally, we're finding residents are not well prepared.
Cindy Latham and her group Rotary Wildfire Ready helped put on Saturday morning's event at Elk Creek Fire Protection District in Conifer.
We're trying to help people understand what they can do on their own property to create defensible space and harden their home.
And knowing how to prepare for an evacuation and what to bring with you is just as important.
Our first responders can only do so much, so we have to help.
In addition to having a go bag ready, they also recommend having clothes ready to go in case of an evacuation. That includes clothes that have 100% natural fibers, a hat, some goggles, just in case there are any flying embers.
That's on my list.
Okay.
That's on my list. I've got that, and my husband is going to help me on that. He may not know it yet, but he's going to.
Belinda Kane Widener lives in Morrison and came out to Conifer to hear from the experts as a rep for her HOA. What she's learned about trees being too close to evacuation routes is something she'll bring back with her.
It's going to be a process, but I think that the latest concerns and the emergency wind issue that's going on now will kind of make us move a little bit quicker in a direction.
It's not only crucial that homeowners remain prepared, but electric companies too. That's why Core Electric Co-op is using drones to inspect its 5,000 poles to make sure there aren't any hazards.
We're looking for broken cross arms, trees that are too close to the lines, anything like that is a hazard. We want to be able to identify and correct those issues very, very quickly.
At a time when a simple spark could ignite a wildfire, it takes all of us to stay prepared and be on alert.
And on those days that are even worse, like red flag warning day today, we're a little more on alert.
In Conifer, Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
I love that it's on her list and her husband's going to help her. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to help her.
Yes, he is.
Still to come, as Denver's population grows, so does the need for additional housing. The famous building downtown that's being redeveloped into an apartment complex.
Plus, the Avalanche make it 3 in a row. We have the highlights from their win over Nashville. Next in sports.
I'm meteorologist Stacey Donaldson. What a day. Record-breaking heat this afternoon, 89 degrees for our high out at DIA. Now we've had a cold front move through. We had a 19-degree drop behind this cold front as it pushed its way on through. We're going to be talking about your Mother's Day forecast coming up.